You wake up, you feel groggy, you stumble to the kitchen and brew a pot of coffee, you drink it, you feel human for about 90 minutes, then the crash hits, the brain fog rolls in, you get irritable, so you reach for another cup or an energy drink or a sugary snack. You are trapped in the stimulant cycle. You believe that caffeine gives you energy. This is scientifically false. Caffeine does not contain energy. It does not give you fuel. What caffeine does is significantly more deceptive. It masks fatigue. Your brain has a chemical called adenosine. Throughout the day, adenosine builds up, binding to receptors to tell your brain, we are tired, we need to rest. Caffeine is a molecular imposter. It looks exactly like adenosine. It slides into those receptors and blocks them. It is like putting a piece of black tape over the check engine light in your car. The engine is still overheating, but you can't see the warning anymore. When the caffeine wears off, the tape falls off, and all that built-up adenosine hits you at once. That is the crash. You are borrowing energy from tomorrow to pay for today, and the interest rate is predatory. If you want limitless energy, authentic biological power that lasts from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. without the jitters, you need to stop borrowing and start generating. You need to optimize your mitochondria, the power plants of your cells. Here is the BrainOS protocol to generate raw ATP without a single drop of caffeine. Protocol 1. The hydraulic spark. Salt, not just water. Most people think they are tired. They are usually just dehydrated and electrically dead. Your brain is an electrical system. Neurons fire via electrical impulses. For electricity to move, you need a conductive medium. Water alone is not conductive. Water mixed with electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium, is highly conductive. When you wake up, you are dehydrated from 8 hours of breathing. If you drink plain water, you just flush your system. If you drink coffee, you dehydrate yourself further because it is a diuretic. The fix, the morning elixir. Before you consume anything else, drink 16 ounces of water with half a teaspoon of high-quality sea salt and some lemon for flavor. Sodium is not the enemy. Sodium is the spark plug. Without it, your blood volume drops, your heart has to pump harder, and your brain slows down to conserve resources. Try this for 3 days. The clarity you feel 5 minutes after drinking salt water is sharper than any espresso shot. Protocol 2. The glycemic flattening. This is the biggest energy killer in the modern world. The glucose roller coaster. Standard breakfast. Cereal, toast, orange juice, or a bagel. This is a sugar bomb. Your blood glucose spikes. You feel a burst of fake energy. Then your pancreas dumps insulin to clear the sugar. Your blood sugar crashes below baseline. Hypoglycemia sets in, you get shaky, tired, and unable to focus. This usually happens around 10:30 a.m. or 2 p.m. You think you need coffee. You actually just need stable blood sugar. The rule. Savory, breakfast only. Meat, eggs, nuts, avocados. Protein and fat. Protein and fat do not spike insulin. They provide a slow burning log for the fire, not gasoline. If you start the day with a flat glucose curve, your energy remains steady for hours. You step off the roller coaster. Protocol 3, mitochondrial density, the zone 2 hack. Energy is created in the mitochondria. They take food and oxygen and turn it into ATP. If you are sedentary, or if you only do high-intensity interval training, your mitochondria become inefficient. They are like an old, rusty engine. They produce a lot of exhaust, oxidative stress, and not much power. You need to build a bigger engine. The method is Zone 2 Cardio. This is steady-state movement where you can maintain a conversation, but it feels slightly strained. A brisk walk on an incline, a slow jog, a bike ride. When you spend 45 minutes in Zone 2, you signal your body to build more mitochondria. You are literally adding more power plants to your cellular grid. Elite athletes do this not just for endurance, but for efficiency. If you have twice the mitochondria of the average person, you produce twice the energy while sitting at your desk. Protocol 4, oxygen efficiency, nasal breathing. Check yourself right now. Is your mouth open? If you are breathing through your mouth, you are in a state of low-grade stress. You are offloading too much carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is actually necessary to release oxygen from your blood into your tissues, the Bohr effect. If you breathe too fast through your mouth, your blood holds onto the oxygen. Your brain suffocates even though you are breathing deep. Tape your mouth at night. I am serious. Mouth taping forces nasal breathing during sleep. Nasal breathing increases nitric oxide production, which dilates blood vessels and improves oxygen delivery by up to 20%. You will wake up feeling fully rested because your brain actually got oxygen all night instead of panicking. Protocol 5, the ultradian reset, NSDR. Even with perfect biology, your brain has cycles. Every 90 to 120 minutes, your focus drops. The caffeine addict tries to power through this dip with another double shot. This creates anxiety. The high performer respects the dip. When you hit a wall, do not push, reset. Use non-sleep deep rest, NSDR. Lie down or sit back. Close your eyes. Listen to a 10-minute guided relaxation script, Yoga Nidra. This quiets the sympathetic nervous system, stress, and reboots the dopamine system. 10 minutes of NSDR is mathematically equivalent to 90 minutes of sleep in terms of restoration. You emerge from it feeling like you just started your day. The summary: caffeine is a tool, but it should be a sniper rifle, not a machine gun. Use it occasionally for a specific boost, not as your daily life support. If you rely on it to function, you are a slave to it. Hydrate with salt immediately. Eat protein and fat for breakfast. Build your engine with Zone 2 cardio. Breathe through your nose. Reboot with NSDR. You don't need a stimulant. You need a system that works. Stop trying to override a low battery. Charge the battery. If you are ready to unplug from the matrix of exhaustion and build a high voltage life, subscribe to BrainOS.